Good morning. So, I had a great time in Ramsgate, and today's the day when I'm leaving. So, I've been here for a month, getting a little bit the same, and also, even if I wanted to stay here, it's a bit too expensive in Marina, so time to move on, and yeah, let's get the boat ready, and see you on the way. And that's how we leave the Ramsgate. It was a little bit, the few boats costing, like more boats. And yeah, the wake, but the weather, look at the weather, this is so calm. So yeah, that's how the Ramsgate Port looks like on the other side. And yeah, I successfully have left the port. Now I just need to get my sails up and ready. Right. Hello, so, another little entry, and everything goes well. This is easy. So you can see what a gorgeous day is today. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. You couldn't tell otherwise, I mean, yeah, what a nice calm day. I'm sailing on the jib alone because I'm kind of anxious to put the main up. I will put it up eventually because I need it for stability anyway. Yeah, it's exciting and scary. I mean, it's not so much something going wrong, it's more about just like remembering the experience when I was last time by myself out. And today is definitely the day you want to be out because it's calm, there's just about enough wind to move around. I planned it well, so I'm going with the tide in the right direction, so everything is okay so far. Let's touch wood. Yeah, there's plenty of wood in my boat, thank God. And yeah, I just tried to find an anchorage really. That was all my plan, just come out, have a couple hours sail in the desired direction and yeah, just anchor. So I'm planning to go there. So if I'm right, so there's somewhere between that coastline, this deal. So I want to anchor close to that cliff over there straight ahead of us, because after that cliff there's Dover. So I want to be in a nice cozy spot and just to wait for the right weather window, and when it's there, just yeah, leave the anchorage and just cross the Dover. I don't want to be slow. Like today is probably a little bit too slow wind for me to be able to go around the Dover, because yeah, so my motor is functional, it's not overheating. I actually successfully moored for a good half an hour at least, but I guess my power limiting in the dock affected the maximum power output. No, well anyway, it doesn't overheat, but the power output is like about 1-ish kilowatt. So I'm moving steadily and consistently, but very slowly. So yeah, we'll need to look into that at some point, but for now it's good, it's working, it doesn't cut out. And yeah, so little speeds but no speed. And yeah, just stay tuned for more entries. Hopefully there's no drama this time. But then again, this is day one and I'm planning to go South Coast UK and see how that plays out. See you later. Oh man, oh, I just got my mainsail sorted. You might ask, why would you bother to sort out your mainsail while you're in anchorage? Well, it's a good time, so I know what's happening, and so the boat will turn. It's a little bit more pain to get it done, but yeah. You see, finally, it's not in perfect shape yet, but hey, it's up, and it's staying freaking up. I'm like, oh, that was hard work. So while I was in Ramsgate, I thought I actually sorted out all my halyards, but seems to be the mainsail halyard, one of the most important halyards, is twisted. I'm like, why and how? So it's twisted around the mast and it's going completely wrong way. So it snags, and then not only it snags, it's not only hard to pull up, but it's in the way. Not sure you can see, but up there there's one halyard crossed, and that's the mainsail halyard. And then if you go that high and you want actually to raise the sail above that, the halyard's in the way. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna sort it out. I'm not sure can I sort it out right now. But yeah, so for now what I did, I swapped the topping left halyard with my main sheet mainsail halyard. That way I can at least raise the sail at a reef 2 point. Yeah, so I've reefed in this. What is that? Yeah, that's the second reef out of 3. Also, there will be quite quite strong winds coming. I'm not sure how long I can season this place out, because it's calm. Like, I mean, the sea state is kind of okay, but I guess I haven't been used to it. So far I've been chilling in very you know, protected, sheltered places, and yeah, I'm seasick, that's for sure. I mean, I took already 1 seasick tablet, just so I can manage to finish raising and organizing the mainsail. And yeah, so the mainsail definitely gives a bit more stability. So the boat is rolling, but it's rolling more, I can't explain, but it's just more pleasure. Like it's more gentle, more acceptable roll. When there is now no sail, it just goes like, it feels like jelly. It feels like you're sitting on the top of jelly. It just goes like all over the place, and it's like, oh, I'm turning green. So yeah, so this is pretty much what, day 1, 11 o'clock. Yeah, this is definitely, that's it. I mean, I can't really do more. Hopefully I can recover. And I'm not sure, can you see, but so now I'm on anchor, I'm not dragging, and if you can see the movement in the water, that's tide. So that's the reason why I thought we'll have a short day, because the tide turned around 10, I wouldn't even say around 10 o'clock, because by the tide tables it's supposed to turn about 11, but I think it happened quicker. So good thing I anchored before around 10 o'clock, so then the slack tide. And yeah, so I wouldn't even make much more way if I wanted to, because yeah, so I can't outmoor this current, there's no way. And yeah, we have a fisherman boat going, but that might be a thing we're gonna do for later, maybe a little fishing, but I'm not sure. First I just need to get myself sorted. Right, oh, see you later. Hello, so on a quick update how my adventure ended in Deal. So yeah, I dropped anchor, everything was okay-ish. I mean, it was a bit rough, but like I said, I haven't been out much in the open sea, and yeah, so anyway, so I had a chat with another guy who I met in Ramsgate, so he's more seasoned and you know, more seasoned sailor, and he suggested, no, just you should go somewhere more sheltered, because there's no shelter there, and it's true. And so the next Friday, so today's Thursday, so tomorrow there will be like stable 15, at least from Windy app it says stable 15 and gusting up to 20. So he said it's not going to be nice, also rain, and he suggested, you know, you're not that far, just go into Dover for a day or so. And I thought, well, that sounds reasonable. And by the time we had a chat, the tide turned in a favourable direction. I thought, well, I can't really reach Dover against the tide, so I'll wait for the tide. I sailed up to the Dover, nearly, well, Dover Port, and then about 3 miles, it just stopped. My boat just like, nope, I'm not going in, and the wind direction was directly on the boat's nose, so the boat just did not want to go into wind. There was no tacking option. That was strange, and I kind of recognized the feeling. So, and yeah, so I was like, okay, I can't really get there. The swell was massive as well. I was like, okay, so I abandoned the idea of getting Dover. Then I turned around and tried to moor off a little bit, like sheltered, and just figure out what I'm doing. That wasn't easy because the tide was actually against me, so it was about 2 knots of current. So I was kind of stuck between like just around like 3 miles of Dover. Cannot get closer, cannot get away from it. So like I will get close to the shoreline and just anchor. So I did, and at first the anchor dragged, so I kind of sort of reversed on it, and I don't know, it's set. And then as soon as the anchor pretty much set, that was the best part. The weather system changed. I mean, the wind just died, and it changed direction, so there was no more wind against tide, there was no more swell. I was like, oh, perfect weather, time to go to Dover. And I was like, I tried to lift my anchor and nothing. I mean, not like nothing, it tensioned so hard, nothing happened. I was like, okay, I jump on it, I tried to tension it, and then I let it go, and I was like, this is scary. So I thought, okay, you know, I will call Coast Guard and call local Coast Guard, and I guess my range of like that was a weird spot as well. So there was no VHF. So I tried to call Coast Guard, tried to call Dover VTF, nothing, no response. And then even my mobile phone, it gone offline. It was like, oh, welcome to France. I was like, I'm miles away from France. Why I have no coverage? Anyway, so I was like, okay. So there's no help coming. So only option I have, cut the chain, because like I'm about 3 miles away from Dover, so I should be able to get in. Okay, so I got my hacksaw, hacked the chain off, attached the fender. I kind of misjudged the size of the fender, I think, because I thought I will mark the chain so I can find it. And as soon as I cut the chain, it just gone under. I mean, I admit I tensioned the chain as much as I can so I can save more chain, so I don't lose more meters of chain than I need, because I know the chain is expensive. I mean, anchor was still need to be changed, so it's painful, it will cost me, but you know, I'd rather pay for a little bit chain and a new anchor than all chain and a new anchor. So that was my logic. So yeah, tension the chain as much as I can, cut it off with a hacksaw, marked it with a little fender, what instantly gone underwater. Yeah, so that didn't work. And the reason why is the keen cutting chain as well, because the place what I choose to moor, I was tired and exhausted, and I was like, oh, I just want to like just, and my mainsail again tangled. I was like, what's happening? Anyway, so I though I need to anchor just so on my sail, so I get a little bit more stability, then I can actually sail. And yeah, so I say so sort of the sail as well. And then yeah, when I cut the anchor, I was like, okay, now I have to get into Dover, because like, well, I do have a secondary anchor, but that's smaller. So I was like, okay, at the point that I have no anchor, I have only one sort of, you know, lifeline left, is get into Dover. So I got into Dover with snail pace. My electric motor is inadequate, let's put it that way. I power limited, that's fine. It's not overheating, that's fine. The water temperature gets cooler, so I'm cooling with cooler water. That's good news for me. But what's the bad thing is the power is still not enough. I cannot really, like, I was like, I don't know, I was making more speed with the tide than with my motor. So yeah, I was making about 3 knots of speed, and 2 of these knots of speed was from the tide. Yeah, so what can I say? I cannot proceed this way. So yeah, I need to find a good solution. So my plan is maybe have a chat with the Dover port to see what the cost is to keep the boat here, and then find a job and make this my winter base. I don't know. Yeah, I need to figure that one out. I will let you when I figure it out. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish the story. So anyway, so I got to the Dover port, and there's many ferries coming in and out, and then I got a window of opportunity, slowly blobbing along, toppling. I'm like, guys, just don't come out now. Anyway, so I got into the port, then I go by the south breaker wall in the Dover port, managed to turn, there's a cardinal marker to get in the marina, so managed to get up to the cardinal marker, and that's it. My battery discharged. I was like, oh, although on top of everything else, I had used all my power. I was like, it doesn't make sense. I had full battery when I left, but then I realized there is a thing. I know about it, but I kind of was reluctant to do something about it. So one of my cells charge and discharge quicker than others, so it's like unbalanced cell. I just have, I don't know, it's just like have at least 30 or 40% less capacity. And I was like, oh, I need to take apart all the like battery banks just to change one cell. Well, now I have motivation. That's definitely has to be addressed. So the cell number 3 has to be changed because it's just so out of balance than others. So yeah, so that's what happened. So when one of the cells reaches less than 2.5 volts, then all the cells go down. So basically all the battery just switches itself off to prevent damage. Huh, well that's a good thing. I could actually, now I'm thinking I could actually put the battery in emergency mode where I can still access power. Oh well, okay, never mind. Future reference to myself. There is emergency mode in GKS BMS. If you need power, you can switch on emergency mode, and then it ignores the low threshold of discharge. In that way, I actually could moor myself in, but at the point I didn't know about it. Anyway, yeah, I called for assistance from Marina. Pilot boat came out, pulled me in, and yeah, so success to I would say 2 times I've gone out for a passage solo. Both times require assistance to get in a berth. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so I thought we'll make the video while I have the fresh emotion what happened yesterday. Clearly I didn't film anything again. Yeah, this is I guess a wrong habit to not film things when happening, but hey, I'm feeling again a little bit down, but hey, it's a little bit easier now, you know. I've recovered from Ramsgate. I can do this again. Now I just need to figure out how much it costs me, can I stay here, and then to see how much time I can afford to stay here. Maybe I can do some fixes and yeah, go from there. Okay, so that was a quick update, and yeah, see you later guys.